Today we're going to find out how far would someone go to win an election. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Absolutely. Your host, David Washington. I'm Joel Hoxley. And oh, God, you can't make this shit up. Christopher Martin Hoats. Okay. He's a campaign treasurer for Winter Park Commissioner Craig Russell. Now, he's facing charges. Can you believe that? He's allegedly offered middle schoolers money to steal the opponent, Jason Johnson's campaign signs. You know how many times the person says they got their signs stolen? You just go, yeah, I just can't believe it. Well, despite the serious accusations, Commissioner Russell claims no knowledge. Heck, I don't know shit of the scheme. Johnson, who lost the just lost narrowly, knew of the investigation, but he just kept silent. So, David, this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be short, but it's going to be fun.
I mean, we're the campaign experts here. You're political innovators, and first of all, would this be a campaign expense?
I'm just wondering if they reported it correctly because people go to jail for not reporting things correctly.
Exactly. So that's another wrinkle in this particular case. But regardless,
Christopher
dumb,
was just getting a haircut.
He was getting a
Yeah,
haircut.
he was just getting a haircut. So he's sitting there. He's probably there at Floyd's barber. It's
Where
just
the
if
signs
you
were
happen to
taken.
if you happen to know where that is, and he's sitting there, and he supposedly these young kids are you know skateboarding, and he goes, "Hey, you want to make $1 a sign? Hey, you bring me 50 signs, I'll give you $50." But he says no way. But how do the kids, how do the kids know this, right? Well, this person this person sees the kids doing it, calls the police. Ooh. When the police question the kids, they go, "Well, he offered us $50 for 50 signs." And you're like, "Okay, so it's just a guy, right?" No, he gave us his Instagram so he could get in touch with him. So
We've already have a special election going on in Orlando City District 5. There may be a special election in Winter Park for the seat that Coach Russell just won. And State's Attorney Andrew Bain and the Winter Park police detectives are taking this very seriously. Russell's challenger Johnson knew about the investigation and kept it quiet. And the damning evidence here is that these middle schoolers have stated what they've stated: $50 for 50 signs, and they gave him, or Holtz gave these middle schoolers his Instagram account.
Well, now is he really? I mean, he hasn't made the payment, from what I understand, because the kids
But
dropped it.
he had the kids.
I'm
Well,
saying
go ahead.
so.
I'm sorry.
So this attempt. I can't, David. This is too funny. Listen, if you're gonna steal somebody's signs, okay, if you're gonna steal somebody's signs, kids, make sure you get at least $5 because at least get the value of the freaking sign.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, guys, you now know too much about Joel because Joel is like you can't. You got to make enough money that you cover the cost of the sign.
All right, so
And then I would sell them back to I would have sold them
guess
back
what
to
we got?
Johnson.
Jeez, you bring in kids. and Holtz, it was a harmless conversation, dude. Man, you are so busted. Sorry. Hey, 35 years in and out of politics, coming from Chicago. Politics is a blood sport. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff. I've done some scandalous things when I was much younger in Chicago on campaigns. And but I would never bring in someone else to do my dirty work. As I tell our candidates, you stay above the fray, above the garbage, above the shit. There's going to be folks who support you and don't support you who are not going to do that. And we have no control over that. But for the campaign treasurer to do this, regardless if his candidate was aware or not, someone better take responsibility right now.
Well, I think Russell should take responsibility that, at least he could say I misjudged, I misjudged my treasurer or something. But just to say I knew nothing about it, I want to hear more about that because look, when you run a campaign, you run a campaign. You're responsible for it, so you need to be checking. And look, this is so childish. It's not even funny. I get so mad. I get so mad because signs don't win elections. The if they're in the median, that's not theft. That's not theft, and you shouldn't be paying for it. It became a theft when you paid for it. Look, if they're in the median, they're getting taken down anyways
Correct.
because they're not supposed to be there. And if you're putting them there, Johnson, you're bad. You're breaking the law anyways. So guys, let's make sure that we ask people if we can put a sign in their yard. Make sure we're putting them in places where they're allowed to be because it's just a mess when you go and you have it all down the median and everything like that because then our clients do it. They come back to us and they yell about signs and we go and we say, well, where were they?
Mm-hmm.
And then we go, well, it's public thoroughfare. You can't do that. Like,
Yep. I we tell them up front, say, hey, if you want to invest in a ton of money that you don't have in campaign signs to put them in the public thoroughfare, you're wasting your money because you don't have to worry about your opponent picking them up and throwing them away.
government will
County
do
government will do it.
it. He'll do it
They
for
will
you.
do it, and they will do it very quickly. And we've learned that very quickly.
So I'm a candidate. In Castleberry. So I put my hat in to be a county commission, to be a city commissioner of seat 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the clerk there did a really good job. She was very clear on how many signs a family can have in their front yard. There's only 5.
Yep.
The differences between city signs, signs that you have in the city, and that when they pick up signs, they're not putting them behind the dumpster so you can go dumpster diving later on. They're gone.
Gone,
They're like
gone.
gone, gone. So she's like, we're not playing that thing where, you put them in the thoroughfare, they get taken down, and you can go get them again. And one of the most popular places to vote, or especially early voting, is the Castleberry Library.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody puts their signs up in the middle of the night. Guess what? The first thing they do is they take them all down. So if you have enough money to burn through signs, that's different. But signs don't win elections,
They
and
don't.
this was a stupid conversation leading to a stupid act that's going to
Amateur.
lead to a terrible arrest.
Novice.
It was worthless. There's so many more important things to go to jail for, right? And you shouldn't do that anyways. Like, I just can't believe you would do this. Look, run a red light, hit a car, kill somebody. That's unavoidable. It's an accident, whatever. This is very avoidable. This is stupid. This is
And if you don't want the state division of elections to jump down your throat, you better document this as an in-kind donation of $50 or actual expense.
well, if he spent it. I'm still trying to read that. I don't see. I don't think he actually spent the money. From what I'm looking at, I don't think he got the chance to pay him. because the way I read it, it's they dropped the signs and they questioned him and then they sent them to him. So
Okay.
technically, it looks more like you know he got a little bit of luck there.
He gets to keep the $50 in his
He gets
pocket.
to keep the $50 because the kids did the work. So
I wonder where he found this treasure. I'm gonna do a little homework and find out who this novice is, because this is embarrassing for Commissioner Russell and for his campaign. And again, uh, someone needs to own up. Someone needs to talk about this, own up to the actions before it gets worse.
again, you can't make this shit up. This was fun to talk about. Look, like, share, be part of our conversation. Bring your facts, not your feelings. And if somebody read something differently or somebody knows something about this, get on there and share a little bit because this is a very strange story. I really think it's interesting, but
Amateurs at work, and there's a lot more out there, and it's gonna sink some campaigns or the credibility of the people who are elected if they are involved in these type of shenanigans.
this is why a winner take all election just has to be. You just got to do winner take all. Look, if you're going to do it nonpartisan, you're going to do these things. Just do winner take all, because your runoffs are pitiful. We've talked about two of them just today.
Indeed. Thank you. Please like, share, and also please comment. We love to hear what you have to say. Bring your facts, not your feelings. Do your own damn research and engage us in our comments across all of our properties, all of our platforms. We love to hear what you have to say. I enjoy the stories that you share. I enjoy conversating with you. The more, the better. It helps with the algorithm. So show your support, spread the word to your friends, family, influencers that you know, those politicals and electeds that you know who may actually enjoy it and or learn something from what we say and what we do. All right. We'll see you the next time.
Hawk your signs up.